too excited because they already stole all of my epistemic humility stuff. The first thing I want to talk about is caring about debate. This is something that I've struggled with a lot, and I think a lot of people in this room have also struggled with. I think there are sort of two competing notions in the community of how you should approach debate in terms of how much you care about it. One is you should dive all in and completely go off the wall and completely obsess about it, and that's really cool. The other one is actually it's really bad to dive all the way in. It makes you really toxic, and instead we shouldn't care very much about debate at all. Or we should try to not let it control our lives. I think that the reality is it's somewhere in the middle, but also I think that to some extent our discourse errs too much on the side of not caring. It seems like it's become cool to say I don't really care that much about debate, it's not that big of a deal in my life. For me it is a really big deal in my life, and I think that more people should embrace that. I think that one of the coolest things about living is that we can care deeply about things, and that gives them value. And it's okay to be vulnerable in caring about them. That obviously opens you up to potential for you to get hurt because of this. Because when you care a lot about something so deeply as maybe I do about APDA, for instance, then maybe some things that happen in APDA, like losing, which are inevitable, maybe hurt more. But I think that we can all find ways to have healthy relationships with debate while still caring very, very deeply about it. And I don't think these things are mutually exclusive, which I think is the assumption in a lot of discourse. The second thing I want to talk about is just a little bit of advice I would have given my past self in approaching debate. I think you should debate in ways that you're proud of, regardless of the result. This is obvious, but debate in a way such that if you lost every round, you'd still be proud of it. And remember why you do it. You do it because you love it. And if you ever stop loving it, stop doing it. This is another Rocket quote. And remember that other people also love it, and they also have their own legitimate reasons for continuing it. Maybe they're different than yours. So appreciate that, and actively appreciate that, because I think I often forget that. I think a lot of you probably do as well. But also act on that. Make rounds that are fulfilling for you and them. For example, one of the reasons that debate I think matters to me is because it's a place where I can express myself honestly and be listened to almost in a deeper way than any other space that I have in my life. And I think that means that then you should internalize that and listen to people, right? Clearly if this matters to me, presumably it matters to others as well. So we should all do more to listen to other people and validate their arguments instead of always falling on that first instinct you have to think that everything they're saying is stupid because there's a competitive within them to do so. Be the kind of debater that makes other people feel happy for having lost to you. Seriously, internalize that one. That one I think is really important. Be the kind of person who makes your opponents feel like they've gained something meaningful from the experience, regardless of the outcome of the round. Be the kind of debater who makes friends with your opponents, regardless of how much social value you think there is to the relationship, regardless of how competitively successful they've been. One of my most important experiences that I think will be most memorable for me in debate was literally in Madrid, going on a picnic with a bunch of people I actually didn't know very well and bonding with them a lot. Things like that are, I think, what is really going to stick. So remember what you're going to think about 5 years down the line. That stuff matters way more than whatever round 5 bubble round you're winning or losing. And be open to people teaching you as well. This is what epistemic humility is all about. I think that there's an idea that when you get really good at debate, it means you supposedly know everything, or you should have takes that are very confident and strong on every subject. That's not, I think, what being good at debate is. I think what being good at debate is the opposite. It's being open to knowing that you don't have epistemic certainty on a lot of issues. That a lot of other people, even if they have less wins under their belt, know a lot more, or have more experiences about particular subjects than you do. I think it's easy to get lost in thinking that you're the shit because you have more competitive success. Do new cool things. Doing cool shit is way more important than playing by the rules or following the norms, even if the judge sometimes disagrees. This is the stuff you'll remember as well. Finally, I have a few thank yous. These ones are interesting. They're not really the people I'm closest with on the league. After all, I have way more opportunities to tell you how much you mean to me. So I'm going to rattle off a list of people who maybe don't expect what we think, but who have impacted my experience in this league in ways that have been very positive for me. I'm not going to be able to explain all of them because I think I'm already over time. but know that you matter to me, and you matter to this league, and I think that you exemplify some of the parts of what I think debate should be about, and I think other people should seek to follow this. Ryan Lafferty.
Woo!
Melanie Zhang.
Woo!
Aiden Zhang.
Woo!
Amanchu. Manav. Jessica Chuchin, who's not here, but she's on the VDU. She's going to be the next big thing. Nice. Emma from Wellesley.
Woo!
Dheeraj Keshav. Nathaniel Yoon. Amy and Ben from Stanford. Emmanuel Murphy. Sophie Fetter. Iman. Lindsay. Ricky. And also not here, but Shondor. I hope we can all stay in touch. Please don't kill me night 1 in Werewolf again. I'm proud of you all. I hope you're proud of me too. I'll miss you all. I hope you'll miss me too.